take any positives from that?
No. Simple one-word answer, no. I apologise to everyone who's watched that game, today, because that's just, not good enough. And, it's my responsibility. I'm in charge of the team. I pick the players. I bring the players to the football club. So I take full responsibility, and I apologise for anyone who's had to pay the money to come and watch it, because that was as bad as it gets. But, I can't keep apologising. The form of the team and certain individuals isn't just not good enough.
Particularly in the second half, there was no shape there at all. It was like watching football in a schoolyard, frankly.
I said to Gary, I thought first half, after half an hour, we were a little bit all over the place, 6s and 7s, tried to get them in at half time and, give them a little bit of direction, if you like. But you've got to care, haven't you? You've got to care, and I think some of them out there just thought, Barrow were going to roll over. Well, Barrow have got nothing to lose, as we said, and I thought they dominated the midfield areas. And we've given away 2 schoolboy goals, but I said to I just didn't see any zip in us, and it looked like, it reminded me of a game probably a couple of years back when we had a few games here where we were rocking, and as you say, there was just no shape, lack of appetite, and I would say very disappointing. But as I say, I'm the person in charge of it, and the man in charge. I take full responsibility, and again I apologise for people who have had to pay the money to watch it.
And even with local bias, which all of us are around here, I mean, you've got to say Barrow deserved to win and could have easily won it 3 or 4.
I think they deserved to win. I don't think John had a great deal to do in the game, but I thought they were the brighter. I thought they got on the ball. I thought we had the better opportunities in terms of working the keeper. But the big thing for me and anyone who's watched it today, and we're going forward with what we've got in front of us in terms of a relegation battle, if you like. If players can't get them up for a cup tie like that, or if I can't get the players up for a cup tie like that, then we've got some serious issues, because we're going to need them. But for the next 5-6 months to try and get us out of a sticky situation. And what we've seen today and what we've seen at Nuneaton last week, if you like. I think the result last week, because it was only 1-0, although they didn't deserve to win the game either, probably masked our performance a little bit, because I thought we were shocking, as I said last week, and that's down to me.
Confidence-wise, it just isn't there at the moment, and Barrow, have had a similar season to yourselves, albeit in the level below, haven't they?
Yeah, but we've always said, when cup teams come to grounds like ourselves, and a decent crowd on, they've got a lot of young boys who come out and just wanted to go and express themselves, show people what they could do, where we look like, in some cases we didn't care, if I'm brutally honest, and in other cases we were scared stiff, and you can't do it with 3 or 4, you need, 11, and you can possibly have 1 or 2 with off days. We started brighten up, we scored early, but overall, we just, we didn't have the appetite for the game, which is, it's just not on.
Is it a happy camp in the dressing room?
It's far from it, I've just said to Gary, I'm fed up of going in there and saying the same things to, to the certain players. I've just said to them, first thing you've got to do in life in general, it'll be a football, in work, you've got to have a pride about what you do, and then once you have that pride about what you do, you've got to have the bit between your teeth to get where you want to go. I started, as on Sunday mornings, and I've arrived at Chester, and that's been by having a pride in what I do, and working very, very hard, and making lots of sacrifices to get to where I am today. And I've just said to them in there, maybe some of them need to have a look and and see if they're making the same sacrifices and taking the same pride from their performances, because obviously not. And maybe it's with some of them, they don't want to listen to me or for me to motivate them. But again, today was just a dire performance.
Now, there's been an article in the press this week, and obviously rumours around about your own position. The chairman has come out with a statement, and he has said, actually, and it's been printed, they will sit down with you regarding a new contract in the near future. I think I'm paraphrasing to a degree there.
Yeah.
What is the latest position, and is this situation getting to you, getting to your management, getting to the players?
I don't know if it's getting to the player. I mean, obviously, it's not an easy situation, but that's where we are as a football club. I'm not going to use that as excuses in any way. And what will be will be. I don't think I need to the results and the the trophies and the achievements over the last 6 years for myself. 5 promotions in 6 seasons, and
which is outstanding at any level.
And 3 championships here, and people may question where we are at the moment. And can I manage at this level? It's not about levels. It's sometimes you get positions where it's very difficult. Can I do this job? I'm very capable of doing this job. And I'm hungry to do it more than ever. Don't get me wrong. I'm disillusioned with 1 or 2 things, but I'm not going to use that as an excuse. I'm a football manager, and I'm concentrating on trying to motivate my team to win games. But that obviously isn't working. So, is it affecting me? Possibly, but that's life. And as I said before, I'm not going to use that as an excuse. For the performances on the pitch. Do people want me to leave? Well, the reaction at the end of the game here, wasn't great, and I understand that. Because of the performance. But that's in the hands of the club, and I've had a fantastic time here. And if people decide that I'm no longer the person to take the club forward, then that will, what will be will be. But all I'll say is, for whatever people may think, I'm giving. If you can give over 100% for this football club, always have done, always will do, until the day somebody tells me otherwise, and that will continue. And again, as I said before, I can only apologise. For that performance, because that is, is shambolic, and I just hope the players feel, as well as I do. A little bit of emotion at the moment, because that's not what when I work hard to try and win games of football for this football club, and that team out there doesn't represent me. But I picked them players, I brought them players to this football club, and I take full responsibility. I'm not pointing the finger anywhere else. There's only one finger's being pointed, and it's right at my door.
Has a director of football been appointed to the club?
Not that I know of. No, not that I mean. Unless it's been appointed while I've been.
I'm just reflecting rumours that have been around in the stand today.
I don't know. As far as I'm aware, no. I mean, if we're talking about Jim Harvey, is what we're talking about. The bit that I am aware of is that Jim's been brought in to do some consultancy work alongside the chairman.
Did you bring him into the club?
I didn't bring him into the club, no. But, the infrastructure. I mean, it's been going on for a few weeks. To look at the football infrastructure. But as I keep saying, I ain't looking for excuses. I'm not going to make excuses about what's happening externally, what the club are doing. If they believe that's what's best for the football club, likewise, if they believe I'm not the man to take them forward for this football club, I respect that decision. And it's a fan-owned club who we've brought a long way in 3 years, and I've loved my time here.
I don't think anybody would argue with that, Neil. You've done a tremendous job, and hopefully you will continue to do a tremendous job. I'll say that. I'll go out on a limb and say that. But is the behind-the-scenes uncertainty upsetting?
I'm not going to stand in and say it's not, but that's football, isn't it? There's. I'm not going to use, as I keep saying, I'm not going to use excuses. We haven't lost the game today because I'm only contracted till May. We've lost the game because we weren't good enough.
And there were 14 players involved who weren't good enough on the day.
Yeah, and that was down to that's down to me. They're my players. As I keep saying, the reaction obviously after the game is not good. But I think we've got to remember, as well, where we've come from and what we've done, and what we're working to. But as I said before, if somebody wants to make a decision that I'm to leave the football club, and that's in the best interest of the football club, then that's what I'll do. That at the end of it all, as I've said since the minute I walked through the door here, the only thing that really matters in all of this is the football club, and I'll stick to that. I'm an honourable person, and if I'm told at any stage that there's somebody else or there's something else, then the club I'll step aside and somebody else can have a go.
Neil, thanks a lot. I appreciate you answering some awkward questions.
Okay, no problem.